Hi, my name is Miss Maria, and I am a Community Impact Manager for Girl Scouts of Nassau County. I'm also a troop leader, and I miss being with you girls. So I'm so excited to be here with you today and to do a couple of experiments with you. But like every other troop meeting, let's start with the Girl Scout promise. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. Great, so let's get started. So maybe you guys have noticed when you're out walking around, you see some rainbows on windows. This is the rainbow I put on my window. A rainbow is a symbol or a message of hope or positivity. So, for instance, when there's a storm or a heavy rainfall and the sun comes out after that, so does a rainbow. So there's hope for another sunny day. So we have these out on our windows so people have a sense of hope out there. So today we're going to do a couple of experiments using the rainbow colors. So our first experiment, you're going to need cups. You need clear cups. I'm using these plastic cups. You need 5 of them. And you're going to need water and red, yellow, and blue food coloring. You need a spoon and some paper towels. Okay, so I think we're ready to get started. I'm going to put my experiment. You have to understand this experiment is going to take about 24 hours. So make sure you start this experiment where you can leave it for 24 hours. Make sure with mom or dad or wherever's home with you that it's okay in the spot where you're going to do it. So let's get started. We're going to pour some water into the first cup, the third cup, and the 5th cup. We're going to leave these 2 cups without any water. Now I'm going to fill up my cup about 3/4 full. Okay. Like that. Fill that one with water. Then we're going to fill this one with water. Just to about 3/4 of the way up. And this one. Okay, so now we're going to take our red food coloring. And we're going to put about 4 or 5 drops in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then we're going to stir that. Make it a nice red color in there. Use a spoon. I'm going to wipe the spoon because you don't want to mix any colors yet. So wipe that down. And then we're going to take the yellow food coloring and we're going to put about 5 drops in the next cup with water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you want to make a nice dark color, you can put more drops in. So I'm going to stir this one. So that's become nice and yellow. And I'm going to wipe down the spoon after this one too. And then I'm going to take the blue food coloring and put it in the last cup here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to stir that one. And wipe that spoon down and put that to the side. So now we have the 5 cups. The first one has red liquid in it. The second one has nothing in it. The third one has yellow. The 4th one has nothing in it. And the 5th one has blue. So our next step is to get the paper towels. You're going to need 4 paper towels. I'm using these shorter paper towels, but if you only have the big paper towels, just cut it in half and that'll work just as fine. So with this paper towel, we're going to fold it in thirds like this. Okay, make sure you do that tight there. Okay, and this first paper towel, we're going to put it in the red. Don't make it too fat. I made that one too fat. There we go. So we're going to put it in the cup with the red water and put it all the way to the bottom. Make sure it touches the bottom of the cup. And this one, we're going to put in this empty one and make sure it touches the bottom of that cup. And we'll take the next paper towel and do the same thing. We're going to fold it in thirds. 1, 3 like that. And this one we're going to start with putting it in the empty cup. Touch the bottom. You might have to move the cups a little bit. And then we're going to put this one all the way to the bottom of the yellow cup. Make sure it touches the bottom. Okay. Let's do it again. Another paper towel. And where do you think we're going to put this one? You got it. We're going to touch the bottom of the yellow cup and put it into this empty cup over here. Kind of have to move them a little bit closer. We have one more to do. So I'm going to take this fourth paper towel, do the same thing. I'm going to fold it in thirds. Put it in the bottom of the empty cup. I'm going to move this one over. And touch the bottom of the blue cup. And we're done setting up this experiment. Okay, so it's going to look like this. It takes about 24 hours to see the full effect of this experiment, but I'm going to show you some pictures because I did mine last week and I've got a couple of examples of what it's going to look like. So we have here, after about 30 minutes or a half hour, the paper towels start to get full with the colors. Okay. After about 1 hour, then you see the water start seeping into the empty cups and the colors are starting to mix a little bit and the paper towels also are getting more color. After about 3 hours, it looks like the cups all have about the same amount of liquid in there and the paper towels have more color in them. So if you wait for 24 hours, this is my finished product, my finished one. So you see the liquid is the same in all 5 cups, the same level, but the colors have mixed. You see the blue and the yellow mixed, and we have green, and the yellow and the red have mixed, and we have orange. But look at the paper towels. They really look like a rainbow with all the colors, the red, yellow, green, and blue. So how do you think this happens? How do you think that works? So a paper towel, let me show you. A paper towel is made of lots of tiny fibers. And in between the fibers, there's a little gap or some air. And that's what makes paper towels so absorbent. So when you spill something in the kitchen, sometimes I spill the milk when I'm about to pour it out. So you clean it up. And that's why it's so absorbent. Those little tiny fibers, they make something, it's called capillaries. So, and there's space in between them. And that's what makes this work. So they form tiny little tubes and the water can go up in between those capillaries. And that's called capillary action. They go in and they fill. So if you see here in mine and probably in yours too, you can see the paper towels are getting all really wet, the color seeping through. So it goes up and then down. This is the same way it works when you water a plant. You put water in the plant or outside in a tree, and they have little capillaries or little tubes that bring the water up to the leaves, and that's how the plants eat. So that's how this works. So what I would love to see is your pictures of these. So when you're finished after 24 hours, take a picture of your experiment and send it to Girl Scouts. You can send it, email it to marketing@gsnc.org, or you can put it on Facebook and tag us, but just make sure you have permission from the adults in your house to do such a thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing all your pictures. All right, so now we have to leave this where it's at. You can't move it from where it's at. So our next experiment is real fun too. So you're going to need little water bottles or anything that you have a little opening with. And this is a messy experiment. It's a quick one, but it's messy. So I put my 3 water bottles in a little container like this. You can put it in a baking dish, or if you have a container also, you can do that. You're going to need baking soda, vinegar. I put my baking soda in a little dish. It's easier to work with. You're going to need red food coloring, yellow food coloring, and blue food coloring. And you will also need a piece of paper. Okay, you ready to get started? So with the piece of paper, I'm going to make it into like a cone shape. So you kind of fold it over like this. You got a little cone like this. This is going to help us put the baking soda into the cup. Make sure the bottom isn't too tight because we want the baking soda to go in. If you want to tape it so it stays together, you can do that. So here's my cone, not too big of a hole, and I'm going to do that. And I'm going to put this into the bottle just like that. I'm going to take a spoonful of baking soda and pour it in. And you see it goes to the, oh, you can't really see that, but it goes to the bottom of the bottle. So I'm going to put some more in there. You can put about 4 teaspoons in there. I'm going to do it for my next bottle. 1, 2. Then you have to shake it in there so it goes 2, 3, 4. And for the last bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me just move my screen so you can see this better. Okay, perfect. So we're done with that. So now take your red food coloring. You're going to put in like, I don't know, 3 or 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4 of red in there. Take the yellow. Do the same thing with another bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now with the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now you have that. Now comes the fun part. Okay, you got to do this part. It happens pretty quickly, so you can do it kind of quick. I'm going to pour the vinegar into each one of these bottles and do it quick. You see, they keep exploding, well, kind of bubbling over, and you can keep putting some more in, keep coming out. So my scientist friends, how do you think that happened? I think it's kind of fun. Maybe you've done this as a science experiment for Volcano or one of those science projects, but this is fun. So let me tell you how it happens scientifically. So we have baking soda, which is a solid, and we have vinegar, which is a liquid, and we mix them together, and they made a chemical reaction or a chemical change. And when they mixed together, they made carbon dioxide, which made the little bubbles, and that's what forced them to come out. And then because it's a change, it made a new product, what's on the bottom. So fun. I enjoy doing it. So thank you for joining us. I'm so happy you made us. Make sure you came with us to do this, but make sure you clean up after this because it was kind of messy. Don't forget to add this to your Girl Scouting at Home activity log. These experiments would count as try it. So you write Rainbow Riot. It's a try it. I've been adding to my log every time I do something with virtually with Girl Scouts. And in case you don't know, you can find this on our website or on the OLC. You have to have 35 activities, 5 in each section. You have a try it, a share it, find it, read it, do it, prepare it, create it. You get 35. You bring it into the Girl Scout shop when we're open, and you'll get your Girl Scouting at Home patch. Thanks for joining me. I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you again real soon. Have a great day.